this task 1.1. Excuse me, sorry. So we'll start off with our vector class, generic class, and I think this one can hold, sorry, I don't think, I know this can hold any data type, so that can be integers, strings, even custom objects. And then internally inside the vector class, we've managed it so it can manage the resize of the array, which is called data. We've got the count, which changes depending on like how many elements you've added and stuff, and then the capacity, which is the length of the array, and it can be changed. And also this is the total length. So if we add stuff, so it's the total length of the array. Sorry. So yep. We've got our constructor here. So this allows us to set a specific size or default it to 10. I'm pretty sure the array defaults to 10. Yeah, and then behind the scenes, this where is it? Oh, the T capacity allocates the fixed size array. All right. So down to extend data, we've got the manual resizing of the array. So it allocates the array with a new space, manually copies the old array from the new one, and then it'll do the data swap. So it'll assign to the new data, and then the old one is discarded. And yeah, so that's extend data. We've got add here. So if the array is actually full, when we want to add a data, it calls for extend data, which allocates the bigger array and copies over the elements. So the new item will go into the next empty slot, and the count will be increased by 1. We've got insert here. Where are we here? Also, I did these before, but I was using array copy. I didn't realize we weren't supposed to use it because I didn't read it properly. But I've just kept it just to show what I did at the start and how I've changed it here. So we've got the insert here. So a bounds check is done. So you can't insert a element before 0. So it got that here. And then if the the vector's full, again we call extend data to to expand it, and the insert shifts the elements to the right of the index. So we've got an index at 5. That will be a shift to the right, and then so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 are stationary. 5 is pushed to the right, and the new slot in 5 that'll be the new array, and whatever was 5 will turn to 6, 6 will turn to 7, and etc. up until the end of the array to the right. All right. So we've got index of. Sorry, I skipped index of. Pretty simple though. Loops through the data up to the count. So it returns the index if one it'll return the first match, or -1 if it's not found, and it uses the equally compare vector to check for equality through the array. So what are we up to now? Clear and contains and remove. Fun. So the clear was pretty simple. Empties the list and replaces the whole array with a new one, pretty much. Resets the count. Yeah. Contains, we've got it'll reuse index of, which you can see there, and then it literally runs the array and lets you know if it's in the list. Pretty simple. And remove, that'll also use the index of, and then it calls the remove at which the function, oh sorry, that's yeah. Here's the function, sorry. And it'll delete it if it found, if it's found. So this one, the remove, unlike the adding and inserting, we shift our elements to the left this time, which makes sense because when you're taking one away, all the elements to, the right have to shift down. So, yeah, that's pretty simple, pretty self-explanatory. And then the last thing was be our toString, won't it? Yep. Yeah, this was handy for debugging actually, and printing the vector as well. And it builds the string, sort of like the square bracket and then the comma. Oh, sorry, square bracket and then the element, and then comma element in the computer, so it figures that's yeah, way to set it out. All right, I'll just summarize it because I know I've talked for a little bit, but we've got our add. So the add adds the element at the end of an array, and then it resizes the array if it's full. So it'll call insert, which inserts, and any element which is inserted will shift to the right. Sorry, no, that's not what I meant. I meant all the elements will shift to the right, and the elements that inserted will insert the new item. And then remove, shift elements to the left, and that'll overwrite the removed one. Remove uses index of and remove at. The clear wipes out all the elements which are, all the elements in the array by replacing it. It replaces the array. You can call it resetting, but it replaces the array. And then the extend data creates a new array with one more space. So, yeah. And it also copies the old elements to it, I guess, as well. But yeah. Alright, sweet. Hopefully that's all good. Thank you.